only way you can truly be successful, right, is if you at least at some degree enable the success of others. So, you know, I always like to ask two questions. What is your obligation to society? How do you use your energy? So tonight I'm here using my energy in a discussion with all of you. And I'm sure that like everyone here, we're here to learn from one another, right? And hopefully add some value in attaining those objectives that each of us are unique to each of us.
NSN Chicago is a great place to network. It's a great place to grow professionally, and it's a wonderful opportunity to meet some wonderful people. The VP panel this evening was very informative. I'm actually just starting out my own company, and the insights they had on branding were very helpful, information that I can use to brand myself and also to grow my business.
Look at a couple of things when you think about your brand. You think about, you know, what am I paid for? You know, what am I supposed to be doing? What is my contribution supposed to be? And you make sure you align yourself with the right people, and you talk to those folks that you report to, right? And you make sure you're making yourself look good, you're making them look good, right? And the one thing about your brand that you really need to think about is who needs to see it?
This is actually my first NSN meeting, looking to attend many more. It's a great networking opportunity. NSN Chicago is an organization you want to be a part of.
NSN Chicago is a great place to come together, to network, to learn about business, to support one another in the African American community.
NSN Chicago is a great organization for those who really want to move up the corporate ladder, private or public.
How many of us have had a terrific year, right? Terrific year. We say to ourselves, man, I'll never have another year like that, right? That's the time to move, right? Move up.
Right.
That is the time to move up.
And just as a testament to some of the good work that the National Sales Network does, I am the chair of the Mentorship Committee, and that was featured prominently in the presentations of both of our panelists. And I'm always recruiting a few good men and women for this department and for the good that we do. Tonight we're doing something very special, so I'm glad that you are all here. We have Mr. Brian Taylor, who is the recipient of the Vernetta Lawson Scholarship. Here's Mr. Brian Taylor. Mr. Taylor? On behalf of the National Sales Network, we would like to award you with the Vernetta Lawson Scholarship in the amount of $1,000.
Thank you so much.
I'm heading straight to the bank. Thank you so much. I want to first start by saying that on behalf of Chicago State, on behalf of the Presidential Scholars Program, which is how I learned about all the wonderful things that NSN is doing, I am immeasurably grateful for this opportunity. I thought that my story wasn't really that much different from anyone else's. I felt that my cognitive development had its plateaus and pitfalls like everyone else's. However, with special friends and family, I understood that even though we all have our own little special testimony, all of us, do not actually afford ourselves opportunity to come forward and tell our story. And I felt as though this is something that was meant for me to do. This is something that I have to do. I'm a person that I like to be a jack of all trades, but I realized that I was really becoming a master of none. And so a lot of my time was spent basically just spinning my wheels. But I found out what I wanted to do. I'm 32 years old. I'm finally going to graduate. Oh, thank you, Jesus. But more so than this, for the first time in my life, I actually feel as though my life has purpose. And I felt as though something as small as money was going to be a deterrent to me becoming the leader that I know that I already am. So I thank you from the bottom of my heart. I don't know how many people petition, I really don't care. But thank you, because this is God's way of saying that I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing, and you all will see me again in a different capacity. Thank you.
You can't talk about in 2011 the year I had in 2009, right? And what do they tell you? Well, that was last year. Now it's a totally different year, right? So it's just about going back to your brand and actively manage it and actively communicating it, right? And you know, the same way as you have a backup plan, you have to have a forward plan.
NSN Chicago.
My network.
Your network.
The network.